Welcome everybody to another episode of JK Sports Podcast. This little weird thing clipping in and out of the image. That's my son James. Had to put the green screen up because I got relegated to the back room again. But we got to get this episode out. So we got some good games this week, man. The Dolphins trying to stay in the divisional hunt against the red hot Oakland Raiders. Everybody talking about Derek Carr MVP. Whatever. They're in Vegas. People are excited. Whatever. And then we got the 49ers, man. 2-0 going against the Green Bay Packers, who looked awful week one and looked not good week two. But Aaron Rodgers' numbers did look good. So we got some storylines, man. The Packers have been the drama queens of the NFL this offseason. The Raiders are kind of the darlings of the league this year with two impressive wins.
Yep.
What do you got for us, Cody? Let's start with them Dolphins Raiders, man. What do you got?
Yeah, well, getting right into it. Let's first talk about Tua has been ruled out for this game. I guess that bruised rib turned into more than that. He's got some fractures, so he's at least going to be out this game.
Probably a couple, man. It might be two.
I think I'd probably say 3 weeks, including this week. Like he'll probably be out for 2 more after this.
Yeah. What do you guys got coming up? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, not right away. Not right away. I can't remember. I think it's like one. Most of them are good. I think the beginning part of our season, half our season, is better teams. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. So Brissett comes in, like I said in the post game video. He looked all right, actually. Honestly, in relief of Tua. So I think
he's not bad. Yeah, he might be like the best NFL backup right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like the drop off between him and Tua is not drastic, so I'm not like super concerned about that. Will Fuller is for reals back this time. I swear to God, guys. He's finally going to make his Dolphins debut, and we really need it because we need some receivers to get open because offensive line can't block for more than 2 seconds. Not even probably.
I think I saw something, man, from PFF, or maybe it was just some random guy throwing up advanced stats, but like they are like bottom 25 in like everything. You know what I mean? Like that 25 to 32 in like everything. It's bad, man.
That offensive line, yeah, it's really bad. It is. It was already last year. I think it was like 29th or 28th ranked offensive line in the NFL. So.
Yeah, James agrees, man. He's like.
Thanks, James. Well, speaking of that dog shit offensive line, they're trying to do something. They're trying to switch stuff up. So they're going to put rookie Liam Eichenberg, who started at left tackle for us against the Patriots because Austin Jackson was out.
Yeah.
They're going to put him in at left guard. So he's going in at left guard for Solomon Kinley. All these guys, I can talk about them all day long, but you don't know them. Most people probably don't really know. The offensive line sucks. We got to pretty much experiment to see what happens now because our front office put us in this position where we have no pieces, no offensive line to work with at all. So
yeah, man, that offensive line, I don't even know if the front office knew it was so bad.
They counted. They honestly didn't because they counted on development.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just hasn't. It's not happening.
It's not there. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's because our coaches suck or
offensive line play, man, around the league is a problem.
Yeah.
But you can't be one of the worst. You know what I mean? You got to shoot for at least like middle of the road. 15 to 20 can get you by. But like being as bad as they are, that's rough. And you got Tua, even before he got hurt. Was there anyone out there who thought he was a particularly durable quarterback, right?
No.
So it's like, what do you expect from a guy? Like, you gotta protect him.
There's plenty of people you're right, because there's plenty of people that I heard say after this last game that if Tannehill took that hit that Tua took, Tannehill might have played the rest of the game. So it's just a little bit like Tua's a little fragile, man. He's a little.
He is. He's smaller than Tannehill too. Tannehill,
absolutely, yeah.
He doesn't look that big, but isn't he like 6'4", 230?
Yeah,
like
he's
that, like something
big
crazy.
To us, so
yeah,
he might be a big guy, dude. He's pretty big, dude. He was a wide
receiver. Big guy, yeah. He's a big guy, but yeah, man. What do you think about the Raiders then? Like, how are you feeling about aside from the woes that the Dolphins are kind of going through. What do you feel about the Raiders? Do you think it's
So
been a little fluky, or I mean, it is a little fluky, and
somewhat.
we both think the Steelers aren't that good.
Yeah.
We both think that.
But they beat the Ravens, who look pretty good, minus their injuries.
I don't, no one in the world thought the Ravens were going to win that game against the Chiefs.
No.
I mean, they were due. They were like 0-4. Like, what do you expect? Like, I don't even like the Chiefs, man, but like, it's bound to happen at some point. They keep matching them up every year.
Yeah, you're right. They do. So, no, I guess my thoughts on the Raiders, they're red hot, and the Raiders haven't started 3-0 since like 2002. So,
yeah, I think they were 2-0 last year, but then
they've been 2-0 like 3 out of the last 5 years. But this feels different. It feels different. This feels like a Raiders team that whole division feels super competitive this year. And I feel like it's going to be like, you're going to see two of those teams like in the wild card, maybe, because the Broncos seem competitive. The Chargers are competitive. Like, that whole division is pretty competitive.
Who's the worst team in that division?
Chargers.
You think the Chargers, huh?
Yeah,
you were high on them.
I think I picked them to lose this week last week against the Cowboys, and I was right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. You picked them to lose week 1 too, bro. And you're like, I'm super high on the Chargers.
I did.
You picked them to lose twice.
I did.
I don't know, man.
They had some changes, but yeah, as far as the Raiders, yeah, red hot. Carr, I think Carr is ready to show the league how good he really is. I don't know what your opinions are on Carr. I was going to ask you about this, but he is. I
have opinions.
He's thrown, so the last 2 games, he's leading the league in passing yards right now. He's thrown over 400 yards in both games. He's three-time Pro Bowler. What are your opinions on Derek Carr?
Isn't he like among the league leaders too in like 20-yard throws or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like big time throws or whatever the hell that is. I mean, my opinions of Derek Carr are, he's okay. Let me just flash you back here, because the Raiders were a Bay Area team, right? So Bay Area media here.
Right.
I'm a Niners guy. If I just flash you back to 2019, no one in the entire league would have picked Derek Carr over Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Derek Carr had a nice year last year, and they sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Carr has had 2 nice games. One of them super fluky. One of them against a team with, albeit a very good defense.
James,
early in the year.
Sorry. He's falling asleep.
I know. Is he falling asleep? Yo, man, it's been a big week for my little man. I'm gonna try to put him to sleep while I talk. But let the record show what a good father I am. Anyway, man, look at his face. Yo, if you don't follow the channel, man, now's the time.
Yeah, you're missing it.
You're missing out. Anyway, I forget what I was even saying.
Derek Carr. Nobody wanted him.
Nobody would have taken him over Jimmy G. And now it's a flip script.
Right.
I was talking about the Raiders Steelers. Yeah, like, I just don't think the Steelers are that good, man. I think they have a good defense. But let me ask you. I know did TJ Watt play that game?
No, yeah.
Well,
that's the question too, because
that's a big deal.
What is this Steelers, revamped offensive? The Raiders revamped offensive line. Like, are they any good? Is like what are we seeing out of that?
They traded away one of the best centers in the league.
I know.
In the offseason.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is this really?
Here's what I think. John Gruden, whatever you think about him as a coach, he does know offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he comes out similar to Andy Reid every year, and he puts it on motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Now, and he doesn't have Patrick Mahomes, doesn't have Kelsey and Hill, but he has Derek Carr, who's competent, and he's also not Andy Reid level. But he schemes it up, he thinks about it, he plans it out, mm-hmm. and it looks good. And then as the season wanes, they end up losing to stupid teams. They They almost lost to the Jets last year. They scored like 16 points that game.
Dude, that's because the Raiders do
gonna
this.
Stall.
They do this. They do the same thing every year. They kind of do a Dolphins kind of thing, and whereas like you will feel like they have a chance. It looks like they are like turning a corner. They might be a surprise dark horse team this year, and then
they were good last year.
And then they peter out and don't make the playoffs, and that like happens.
Yeah, that's kind of classic Raiders. Since Gruden's taken over, it's kind of classic Raiders anyway. I mean, I remember like when who was it, man? What was that dude's name? Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor was the quarterback for the Raiders, man, and he was like asked like, "Hey, the Raiders haven't won 7 games in the last 10 years," and he's like, "Well, we're winning 7 games this year," because they were like 4-3.
Yeah.
And they lost every game.
He sucked. He was a wide receiver, bro. Remember?
He turned into one, and then he had one good year, and he sucked. But it's just it seems a little Raidery to start off hot.
You're right.
And cool off. It does. They kind of have a thing.
Yeah.
With that said, Derek Carr is I don't know where do I class good to above average? Like he's right on that line, in my opinion. Because sometimes he just folds, bro.
He's better than Jimmy G, in my opinion.
Jimmy G can't stay healthy, but I mean, I don't know. Who would I rather have? People probably would be like, this guy's effing nuts. But I don't think I'd rather have Derek Carr than Jimmy G. I really don't. I think Jimmy G's better. I do. I think he's better. Now, Jimmy G plays for Kyle Shanahan. So that matters too. But
it's team. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't, basically what I'm saying was Derek Carr is an okay quarterback. He's above average to good. Is he good enough to stave off the teeter-totter of the Raider offense? No.
Yeah.
Will he transcend that system that just kind of teeters out as the season goes on? No, he's not. He's going to look bad with it. So who knows when they hit that wall and they kind of stop being who they are right now? Is Henry Ruggs actually good? Like it kind of seems like he's playing pretty well. Like he's playing okay. He's looking like a bust his rookie season.
Oh yeah. I still think he has trouble. Like all he can do is he's fast. That's all he is.
I mean, he's unreal fast.
Yeah.
He's not Tyreek Hill fast, but I mean, he's made a couple of nice plays. He made that one really nice play on that, he went out this way and Ruggs came across this way and he threw across the field back and completed that ball to Ruggs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every once in a while, Derek Carr is just like, it's like you have he has such an elite arm and above average athleticism. And sometimes you see Derek Carr be a little too cutesy with his touch or a little too cutesy with his throws. And he shorts it like 15 yards. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Put some fucking ass into that ball and get it down the field, So I just don't know what to think. They're just a weird franchise to evaluate. And they look hot, so you kind of believe in them. Because it's like coach, quarterback, good skill players, high picks at least, blue chippers, you know what I'm saying? And then they let you down, and they do it every year. But then when it's like, if a first round pick has 3 bad years and then has 10 sacks the end of his contract season, you're gonna give a contract to that first round pick because he's a blue chipper.
Right.
You thought that's what he should have been doing all along. A 5th round pick does it, sucks, and then has 10 sacks. You might just let that guy walk because you're like, he's not gonna do it again. He's going to want $15 million. Let him walk. The Raiders are like the blue chip prospect team. That's a bust. That's kind of how I feel about them. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're right. And they just make dumb decisions a lot of times.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of the Raiders. So, yeah, I mean, to me, who's at home? Who's playing at home this week?
I think the Raiders.
Then I'm going to pick the Raiders. I'm going to pick the Raiders because they're home. Like, if I was a Vegas man, like,
yeah, it's at Vegas.
Whoever I'm picking, if I'm like picking the game, it's going to be based on the spread. Do you know the spread? Can you pull that up real quick? Let me see.
-3.5.
Oh, so it's a Vegas says it's a pick 'em. Exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's basically a half-point game.
Yep.
So
You go either way. Yeah.
yeah, because the home team gets 3 points. Basically, is what they do. So
Yeah.
it's a half-point game. You got to beat them. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders too. But the Dolphins could easily take this game if the Raiders come out and look like they're like what they've been. Then the Dolphins will beat them. If the Raiders come out and they really are what everyone always thinks they are when they look good, then they'll win. You know what I mean?
Right. What's your
That's why
score
they're so
prediction?
hard. So I'm going to go Raiders because they're at home. And I'm going to say 24-17.
That's exactly what I have written down.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a 24-17 Raiders victory.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I just have a bad feeling that it's gonna be worse than that. I have a feeling that we're gonna have
I
another.
can't possibly see Ruggs getting open. I can't. I don't even like who's their Zay Jones is on the team. Like, bro, Peyton Manning was making fun of them in
Yeah,
week 1. He's like classic connection car to Jones there. Jones. He
that
didn't know
guy,
who the fuck he was. Yeah, he
cards
didn't know
and
who the
that
fuck
guy,
he was.
dude. But I will say, I'm pretty sure that Josh Jacobs is hurt, right?
Yeah,
And
I
who's
don't
the
know.
backup? Who's the backup for the Raiders? Who did they spend money on this offseason? Do
Oh,
you
I don't
know?
know. No.
Kenyon Drake, revenge game. He had like 400
Stud.
yards against us last year with the Cardinals.
Stud. We'll see.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go in my gut and say the same thing as you, 24-17 Raiders. We're going to go as Jacoby Brissett goes, I think, here. So we'll see if he can score more than 17 points or if he can. He didn't score any points on last Sunday, so we'll see.
Yeah, man. And I didn't even think the Bills looked that great. Like, or offensively, that they looked a little clunky to me.
Right.
A little inconsistent. But yeah, man. So let's just move on to my squad, man. The San Francisco 49ers Sunday night football. I got to keep the
Sunday night
excitement down because my kid's sleeping here.
in the
Look how
Bay.
bad I am. Considering my son, well, I'm so excited to talk about the Niners, but my son's sleep is the most important thing.
Well, I don't know why you're letting him just be in the Bay right now. He's like in the he's in the San Francisco Bay, like drowning right now, dude. I don't know.
I got him, bro. Look, I got him.
Okay.
I got him. What are you doing, Pi? You want to come say hi to everybody? Well, you're not allowed. Okay, come on. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. There he is. Bring your head in. This is my friend's son, flashing in and out. Move your head around so it sketches you. There it is. There it is. That's him. This is Gabriel Jr., also known as Pi. All right, get out of here, bud. All right. Anyway, that's the kid I was talking to last episode in the hallway. So yeah, man, 49ers, Packers, Sunday Night Football.
This is a 3-point spread.
Yeah, I saw it, exactly a 3-point spread. Yeah, man, I think that the league, how do I put this? I think fans and Vegas doesn't quite trust the 49ers yet.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Because of that last game last week.
Yeah. Well, I think the Eagles are better and people are gonna gave them credit for prior to the season. I think they're getting a little of their due now.
Yeah.
But before, I remember people were thinking they were just an absolute mess.
Right.
And it looks like they're not that. So anyway, that's unimportant. The Niners busted that ass. And I think they're going to continue the trend, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers has not been great against the Packers or the Niners in his career. And look, man, I don't know how you could possibly be a soft squad when you play in like negative 10-degree weather, but they're soft.
Yeah.
They don't stop the run. They have a finesse run game as it is. They're a passing team. I'm blanking on his name. Receiver for the Packers, man. Best one.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. Will Devontae Adams put up 150 yards receiving? He might. He really might, man, because we got a rookie out there. We might have Emmanuel Mosley back. we might
Yeah,
not.
that's who I was going to ask about too.
But I think what the Niners are going to do is going to play a bend don't break type of defense. I think they're going to focus in. I think Kinlaw's supposed to play, and we saw what Kinlaw did for our run game in week 2. He was fantastic. So the run game is not a problem.
No.
When he is in the game. So all of you people who talk smack about Kinlaw because he doesn't rush the passer, understand value can come in multiple ways. We have plenty of guys to rush the passer. What we need to do is have a guy in the middle who plugs up holes. Kinlaw is the reason Fred Warner was an all-pro last season. Kinlaw is the reason Fred Warner makes $20 million a year.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to worry about stopping the run.
He eats up those blockers and lets Fred Warner play linebacker. Just get everywhere, sideline to sideline, shoot holes.
Yeah.
He lets Fred Warner do his thing because he's eating up 2-3 guys. They can't move him. He's too big. He's just a monstrosity out there. So honestly, I think this game is going to be fairly similar to the way we've seen other Packers games go. The Packers are down to their third string left tackle. Nick Bosa has 3 sacks, 2 games after coming off an ACL. I don't think he had a great game against Philly, but he also had 2 sacks.
They have a good offensive line too. But.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. But what are you going to do when you're third string left tackle? Strength against strength, right? Their offensive line is good. Our defensive line is very good.
Yeah.
I think Nick Bosa, I think Dee Ford, I think Eric Armstead are continue to put pressure on Rodgers. If the Niners take control of the game, right? It doesn't mean it's 21-0 at half, right? It means that the Niners are putting their fist and imprinting the game, right? You know what I mean? Similar to what the Eagles did to the Niners last week, where it felt like they were up even though they were losing. If the Niners do that, they'll beat the Packers because the Packers are soft, dude. They won't push through it.
You're right.
And I think they're going to play, bend, not break. I think Aaron Rodgers might rack up some yards.
Right.
The running back situation is dicey. Sermon is expected to play, I'm told. I think Elijah Mitchell will be playing. But I'd like to see Sermon get the bulk of these carries. I'd like to see Sermon put his imprint on the game. He looked great in that run. The balance, the vision, the power were there.
Right.
Dude was knocked out and fell forward. Exactly. Fell so far forward he landed on his face. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he's gonna be good. I don't really know why he hasn't been playing. There's some stuff going on with the Niners and how they're getting people involved right now. But Shanahan is such an odd case as a coach. And I'll say this because nobody except for Shanahan, I believe, nobody holds things back. They go week to week to win games. This is what I have to do to win week 1. This is what I have to do to win week 2. This is what I have to do to win week 3. And they do everything they can to win that game because it's the NFL and everyone's good, right? I swear to God, Kyle Shanahan thinks he's so smart. And he is. He's a great coach. That he does not put certain things in the game plan. Or if he's like, I was thinking about doing this, but I don't think it's 3-0. I think we can get down the field with some vanilla offense.
Right. I think it depends on situation, you know what I mean, in game.
He holds things back, man. So I don't know if he's going to break out the playbook and start using some of these guys, some of these plays, but he's run a very vanilla scheme.
Yeah.
The run game has been just straight up the middle. Week 1, we just went sweeps to the outside. We went tosses to the outside off tackle. Week 2, we just went straight up the middle. We weren't doing any kind of creative pulling or anything like that. We were just leaving Trent Williams out on the opposite side of the blocking scheme. Just hang out over there. We're not going to pull you. We're not going to fucking put you up here on the state. We're not going to get you in the second level. Just hang out there on the left side. We're going to run right and take the play off. And Trent Williams being all worlds, throwing people into the ground. There's some memes on Twitter about it. But, he's going to have to bring some stuff out here. And who knows how Aaron Rodgers is focused. I mean, he had a great game against the Lions statistically, but dude took fucking 100 sacks against the Lions.
Yeah. Name the Lions pass rushers, dude.
Trey Flowers, dude's been a bust since he left New England. Yeah.
Deshaun.
I mean, if he's getting sacked like that against
Okora, whatever.
Yeah, if he's getting sacked like that against the Lions, what's going to happen when he goes against the Niners?
Yeah.
It's not going to be good for him. And he's folded under those kinds of conditions before. Because every time the Niners are good, their D-line is good. Their linebackers are good,
Yeah, you're right.
So it's the same issues with the Niners, and that's why he has struggles with them when they're good, So I don't know, man. So basically me, if I'm predicting a score, I'm going to probably say 49ers 33, Green Bay 24, and that's a nice 24. I think it won't be that close.
Wow, really?
I think they might get some garbage time stuff. Or not garbage time, but games kind of over, who gives a shit kind of thing.
Okay.
I think they might rack up some yards, though, so I wouldn't be afraid to throw some fantasy guys in there against the Niners.
I do too, kind of, because I think this green, and it's funny because nobody talked about it. A lot of people were saying like the Packers were like a top 2 team this year or something. One of the literally suicide. Literally
we have been saying, me and you have been saying every year we used to, when we had nothing going on in our lives except waking up at 6 a.m. to go muster up, we used to just sit and complain at the power rankings because every year in the preseason, the Packers would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's like their defense is horrible. They're just one of those teams, or whatever the reason, they're just one of those teams that everyone always thinks is going to be incredible, and they never do anything serious.
Yeah, and it's like the Packers and they're what you're really seeing is funny because they've had like the last 2 years when they've been good and made like NFC championships, they've had like some type of pass rush.
Zadarius Smith is out.
Exactly. And they don't have any pass rush anymore. It's terrible. Their second cornerback, Kevin King, might be the worst cornerback in the league. Like, if you guys don't exploit the hell out of him, you're like stupid because he is terrible. He was getting dominated by Quintez Cephas. I'm telling you.
I know. I didn't even believe Kody week 1 that he was a real person. I said, that's not a real freaking
No, Quintez Cephas, dude, you'll keep hearing about him. I'm telling you. He's good.
He does look pretty good. He looks pretty solid. But yeah, man.
He almost got a ridiculous catch, one-handed. But
just to kind of echo that. So they're going to put Jair Alexander on the NFL's leading receiver, Deebo Samuel. I would imagine.
Probably.
Brandon Ayuk, man, he has not. If you watch the film, Shanahan's calling plays for him. Garoppolo's choosing not to throw him the ball, whatever the reason. The way this offense kind of is like that, man. It's like that's why you never play anybody from the freaking 49ers on your fantasy team, dude, because you just never know who's going to be the superstar that week. This might be a Brandon Ayuk week, man. Now, the league has been respecting Ayuk as if he's the number 1. I think you froze on me there. Hopefully this is still going. You froze for a second.
You're good.
Okay. The league's been respecting Brandon Ayuk as if he's a stud receiver. So they might just not rotate their corners, but
they might.
Ayuk and Deebo, even Trent Sherfield, even Mohamed Sanu can put an ass whooping on Kevin King. Right, that's his name.
Yeah.
They can all put an ass whooping on him. He was a high pick too.
Yeah, he sucks, dude. He's so bad.
It's just corners are hard to draft. Corners are hard to draft.
They really are. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, the Niners really have a ton of receiving talent, and they don't have anyone that can cover Kittle still. And Kittle has yet to have a breakout game. He had a good game week 1. His blocking has been freaking unbelievable. Dude is getting multiple pancakes a week, just slamming dudes into the ground like it's the WWE. So I really don't see, they just don't match up well against the 49ers. I don't care what you think of Jimmy Garoppolo. He's at the very minimum, he's competent. He's 12th in QBR right now. He's among the league leaders in like passing efficiency. I said he was a 10 to 12 guy, 12 to 15. He's 10 to 15, anywhere in there. It doesn't matter if you're 15th. If you're competent, you can light this team up because of the skill deficiencies.
Yeah, and you guys are, and here's the thing, is you guys are flat out just a more balanced team than the Packers. So because of that, I think that you have offense that, if you have to, can keep up with them, and your defense will, definitely hold them enough for you to be ahead of them anyway. So I just think because of that, you guys, and let's be honest, you guys beat up on the Packers every time you play. Also, it's home, which will help a little bit. You guys always beat up on the Packers.
We always get them at home too. It feels like recently we've always had them at home. Recently,
yeah.
Here's the thing that I want to just talk about to 49er fans, man. The Trey Lance question. Trey Lance, I believe, did not play last week after thinking about it. And again, this is just me thinking. I don't know. I think Trey Lance didn't play because Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't looking great. If you put Trey Lance in when Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't look great, it looks like he's replacing Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
If you put Jimmy Garoppolo in when he's 2 for 2 with a couple of nice rips, it doesn't look like no one's going to be like, oh, he's replacing him. They're running a 2 QB system.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I think if we see Jimmy Garoppolo putting it on the Packers and he's 12 or 15 for 120 yards and a touchdown, we're going to see some Trey Lance mixed in there. The Niners have a free touchdown, as far as I'm concerned, anytime they want it. And I heard another reporter talking about this. It's basically everyone's going to play the run when you put Trey Lance in.
Yeah.
Play action, throw it deep. If he hits it, he hits it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He'll probably hit it. He hit it in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
You got a free touchdown there. They're going to zoom in on the run, and just throw it over the top. Throw it 80 yards in the air. He can do it. You know, like you got a free touchdown. So,
or hit a quick slant if the linebackers and safeties come down or something.
Yeah, use it. Just use the guy. You know, if Jimmy looks good, I don't really care. If Trey Lance is the whole season, I don't really care. But if you're saying that he's going to play this year, then use him. You know, don't worry about the optics of it. Just if he's gonna, you told everyone, Kyle, that he's going to play this year. And you kind of scoffed at the like, oh yeah, he's going to play this year. So play him, use him. It doesn't matter if Jimmy's struggling. You know what I mean? Just we said Trey's going to play, so let him play.
Yeah,
you know?
We already saw him. It's not like we haven't seen him at all. So
yeah, we've seen him. Let him play. Anyway, man. So yeah, I gave my score, man. I think the Niners are going to put it on the Packers pretty good, but yards they will get yards.
You said 30 what? 30 what?
33, 24, and I think the Packers are going to have like kind of a late score.
I have I did 28-24 Niners.
20-24. So pretty close. Pretty close. That's a good score too. I actually was floating that one around. But yeah, man, that's it. That's our picks, man. So we're going for the we both think the Raiders are going to win because they're at home. It's really a close game though. It really could go either way. The Niners should put it on them here. They really match up well with everything the Packers do and don't do. The Niners match up well with.
I wanted to be different and pick the Packers when I was like trying to do all the stuff for this, but I was like, they don't match up well. It's not.
It doesn't. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. No. If you're not picking the Niners each week, I'm gonna have to find myself a new partner. But anyway, man, you want to talk about our numbers as far as the picks went last week?
Yeah, really quick. Me and Joey both had a pretty good week last week. So he went 10-5, so he picked 10 correctly and missed on 5, and I went 11-4. So that makes us, let's see,
we're crushing it on the season. We're at like 70%.
You're 18-11, and I'm 19-10.
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
We're crushing it. We're going to keep going with that and kind of keep letting you guys know what our picks are. Like in the description of this video, there'll be the picks for the week. So
the picks will be there. Anyway, all right, man. You got anything? Any closing thoughts? Anything else? Maybe you forgot to mention about the Dolphins Raiders game?
No, not really, man. Hopefully, it's a little bit more entertaining, even if we do lose. But yeah, guys, go ahead and give us some comments. Talk to us about what's going on. We want to have a little bit of engagement and just see what's up. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Do it.
They say that when you tell.
Look at this. Even if you don't like the video, just appreciate what a great dad I am.
Yeah, and
give us a like for that.
Appreciate
the whole time.
He is.
Yeah, real sleepy baby. He had a big week, man. He's had a big week. The little guy went fishing, caught like a 5-pound catfish.
Wow.
I got him a little baby Spider-Man lure, and I had to reel it in. But 5 pounds, not bad, man. We cooked
on the Spider-Man lure.
On the Spider-Man lure, bro. I couldn't believe that I was able to reel it in, but I guess some things is better than I thought.
You got him with them webs, bro. You know.
Yes. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, let's go Niners. Let's go Dolphins.